Good morning.
Tippy.
Good afternoon. Good night. Welcome to another episode of Cigars and Whiskey, the podcast that discusses love, relationships, sex, and dating from a male's perspective. I'm your guy, Ron Cole, and I'm joined by my guys, KB,
Black of the Berry, sweet of juice.
White Star GB,
Shaking.
and we also have super producer Corey Cool in the building, Cool University.
Yeah.
Big shout out to everyone tuned in on YouTube Live. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. We have a great show for you guys tonight. We'll let you guys know what we're drinking, what we're smoking. We'll get into some current events with White Star GB and news and views. Then we'll jump into our topic of the night, which is going to be, is it ever okay for your significant other to GPS you? Also, should a woman have to struggle with a man, or does I can do bad all by myself apply? And finally, we'll discuss something that's been going on in the internet world for the last week or so. Is sex automatically on the table if a woman goes on a date after 5 p.m.? All right. So, KB, haven't spoken. Well, I spoke to you a little bit earlier today, but how was your week, brother?
Yeah, it's good, man. Yo,
You have turned your volume.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, brother?
Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
All right, fantastic. So I decided to change my lifestyle up a little bit. I usually do a how you call it, a nightcap every night, right? And I decided to not do nightcaps for between Monday through Thursday, and I decided to work out instead of doing my nightcaps.
What does your nightcap consist of?
It's a shot of whiskey.
Okay.
One?
It usually goes from 1 to 5. I'll be completely honest. My shit, it might go from 1 to 10. It depends on how much I want to sleep and how hard I want to sleep. So I decided to stop my nightcap between Monday and Thursday and work out and not have any of my fabulous whiskey. It's hard between Monday and Thursday. It's working out so far. So we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
You were kind of medicating yourself to go to sleep? I heard you say like it had something to do with sleep.
Yeah. You know what it is? My brain runs so much. If I usually, and I hate to say it like that, if I don't medicate, usually I'm just up until 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like that's usually what it is. But I think the replacement of me working out is working out so far. You know what I'm saying? Like it's getting me tired enough to where I'm able to fucking go to sleep. So we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like
good for you.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Because I was
an days in are you?
Say that again?
How many days in are you?
This is I started on Monday. I'm only doing Monday through Thursday.
Right.
And then
so this is your first drink of the week? This is your first drinking day of the week?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. I drank my pops earlier today.
Right.
Me and him had some whiskey or whatever earlier today, but the first day that I'm drinking, since Sunday.
Moderation is amazing. Like I love it because even when you go, like even if you keep this up, you're gonna drink less when you do drink because it's gonna take less to get you where you need to be too.
Yeah, and my bar my bar stay stocked. So I'm happy about that too.
That's
You
a good
dig what I'm
bar.
saying?
Good shit. Good
Yeah,
shit, man.
yeah,
You wish you luck with that, yo.
yeah. We on. We on.
Good
Yeah,
shit.
good luck with that, bro.
Yeah.
I
White
like that.
Star GB. How you
It's good,
been?
man.
How was your week, man?
It's good. It's cold as hell out there, yo. It's colder than a hooker's heart out there. Freezing.
Older than a motherfucker hooker's heart. God
Yeah,
damn.
man. It's freezing out there, man. But that's part of the reason why we're on this Zoom. We got this blizzard coming.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, just to be safe, we all kind of like hunkering down and doing this shit remotely, you dig?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But so all right, I want to ask y'all something like on the fashion tip, right? Like y'all get dressed up a little bit more than I do. I think I got more like a casual urban like style, you know what I mean? I think y'all dress it up a little bit more than I do. I've been noticing the trend lately with a lot of men wearing like suits and sneakers. A lot of guys pulled it off, like Kenny Smith pulls it off. I think Chappelle pulls it off. I think it got a lot to do with the cut of the pants and the sneakers. But lately, I've been kind of noticing like it's been getting a little too out of hand. Like I'm seeing niggas with Bo Jacksons on, with fucking suits. Like every sneaker can't get worn with a fucking suit, right?
Who did you see wearing a suit in Bo Jackson's?
They can't.
All right, I'm being a little.
Oh, okay.
All right. So there was the inside the NBA, like it was like an NBA broadcast, and one of the guys was wearing like a pair of Air Max with like a suit, and I felt like it was a little too sporty. It was giving me real like Long Island Railroad
Air Max
vibes.
was it?
You know what I mean? It was giving me the vibes of like
We got
a woman commuting home from work. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
What year Air Max was it? Was it the 95?
I think it was a 1. I think it was the Air Max 1. It was a neat Air Max.
Oh, that works.
I think, I would say
it works.
I would
You
say
think
that
Air Max 1 works?
Yeah.
See,
that
you give people a step and
yeah, that's how I kind of felt.
As far as fashion is concerned, they're gonna take it to the next level. I've seen KB. You do dunks, right, with your suits, right?
Yeah, I do ones. I do Jordan ones, and I do
nice.
dunks with my suits. Yeah, for sure.
Dunk is nice.
Yeah.
A dunk is nice. Yeah, a nice flat sole
and Air Force Ones with my suits.
That's where
Air Force One's reaching a little bit. I think Air Force One's a little. That's where I draw the line. Air Force One's a little too clunky.
Everybody, a lot of guys started out. A lot of guys started out with the Stan Smith's style,
right?
The Alexander McQueen.
Yeah. A flat sole. You know what I mean? But once you start getting into that thick sole, it starts getting a little weird.
The Alexander McQueen sneaker has a very, very thick sole. So I don't love those.
It's a flat sole. I think. Yeah. What do you think about it, Ron?
I'm a loafer guy. I'm a loafer sometimes and a hard bottom most of the time. I've never done the sneaker and suit thing. I haven't tried it yet. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
As casual as I go in a suit or a sport jacket or something like that is like a driving shoe or something like that.
Right.
Spring or some,
Yeah, I'm seeing it get a little out of hand, yo, especially on the NBA broadcast. I'm seeing it getting a little goofy. So I figured, I'll bring it up today.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't remember the guy's name, but he had on the Air Max. Damn, they're like Tiffany blue and like gray.
Yeah.
I thought that was a fire fit. I'll be honest. I looked, and I was like, "Oh,
the hard bottom on if you gotta do
that
all
nigga's
that,
on my time. Like he's on the time that I'm on. Like that's what I was thinking when I saw it.
Yeah.
And even his pocket square, he had the pocket square to match the check in the Air Max. Yeah, I was like, all right, yo, he's on some shit. But honestly, I'll be honest. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like me getting dressed in a full suit and going out with my Ferragamos on, I feel square. I don't know why. Like I spent a lot of money on my Ferragamos. My Ferry G's, I spent a lot of bread on them, but still, I feel like if I'm totally dressed with a 3-piece suit on and my Ferry G's, I feel like I'm like square. But when I put on like the same 3-piece suit and like a pair of Jordan 1s or I feel good. I feel better.
Yeah.
You feel cool.
You feel less vulnerable too.
You feel hip.
You ain't on slippery.
It's not about. I don't think it's about the hip. I think it's
Nigga said.
I feel really.
I'm sorry, nigga said. Not on slippery. I'm sorry, Paul. That was had me rolling over here.
Soul be slippery,
I feel super comfortable. Like the comfortability is just. I feel super comfortable. Like I have to put on. I need a shoehorn to put my fucking. To put my Ferry G's on, I need a shoehorn.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So for me to just throw a pair of, you know what I'm saying, like,
yeah. Overall, a lot of times, I think a lot of dudes look dope. A lot of fits look dope, but some are misses though. But I'll try it in the future sometime.
The high tops are misses. Anytime you're gonna throw some high tops on with a suit, it's a miss. It has to be a low top. Has to be.
Okay.
I've never seen a high top with a suit that looked good.
Penny pulled off the what's the name, the Dior ones with the suit. Anthony Hardaway.
I gotta see those. I don't know what those are.
I gotta see it too.
Yeah. All right. That was my week, yo. That's my observation of the week.
Gotcha.
What's up with you, Ron?
Of course, same old same. Happy to be back on the mic, be back here for episode 2 of season 2. Right.
Let's go.
I had the week, I would say it was pretty so-so, had to do a little bit of back and forth with a few people regarding business. I think
you didn't have to punch somebody, did you?
Well, I think I had to get to some mutual understanding with some folks, but it all worked out. You know what I mean?
Some straightening.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Just, I would tell any body that is in business, doing business with people, just be straight up, man. And, be a man about, if you say something, do what you say. Don't waver on anything that you say. You know what I mean? Because that's not manlike. And also on a lighter note,
very ladylike, as a matter of fact.
As adults, please watch what you do in front of kids. Kids are actually watching. They're watching damn near everything that you do. I got my daughter off the bus today, and she's only 10, and she was telling me how her bus monitor, she saw her swipe it on Tinder while she was on the bus. So you got to watch what you do in front of kids, man. They know what's going on. They pay attention, and they'll be all up in your business. So, yeah. But that was my week. So
Miss Bug Driver lady trying to get chose.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Everybody out there looking for somebody, man.
Listen. Yeah.
Yeah, she need to listen to the Cigars and Whiskey podcast. Maybe we can give her some game so she can get a man, so she ain't got to be
going in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so that was my week, man. Big shout out to everybody tuned in on YouTube Live. Again, remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. Also, if you don't follow us or you're not subscribed to us on YouTube, please do. It's Cigars and Whiskey, cigars and the and sign, whiskey. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at Cigars Whiskey. That's Cigars with an S, Whiskey. If you miss any of our previous episodes, you can always go back and check us out on the podcasting platforms. We're on Apple, Spotify, etc. Anywhere you listen to your podcast at. All right. If you have any questions, any comments, any recommendations, meaning if you want to recommend a cigar, a spirit, or even a topic, hit us up. Also, if you have a product or service and you would like to sponsor a show, hit us up via email. It's podcast@cigarswhiskey.com. Again, it's podcast@cigarswhiskey.com. And if you are a fan of the show and you dig the content that we're putting out and you want to show your support, you can do that via Cash App. It's the same as the Instagram. It's Cigars Whiskey. That's cigars with an S. Whiskey. All right. Also, check
donations.
out super producer Corey Cool as the voice of 90.3 WHPC. Play Cool Show every Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. He also goes live on Instagram at the very same time. So follow him on Instagram at Cool University. That's Cool, UNIVERCITY. All right. And now that we got that out the way, White Star GB. What are we drinking tonight?
We're drinking Eagle Rare, yo.
That's right.
10-year.
Holla.
It's a 10-year Kentucky straight whiskey, bourbon whiskey, from the Buffalo Trace Distillery. Each 10 years, it has a sweet oaky nose and a fully complex body. I was gifted this on Thanksgiving by a friend, and we've been working on it. Y'all came over last weekend. We were watching some of the NFL playoff games, and y'all kind of had like a little taste of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, it'll be a cool bottle to review. You know what I mean? The bottle itself is packaged nicely.
I think it's rather plain.
Well, it's nice. It's nice. It's a wine bottle. It's a tall bottle, right?
Yeah.
I like the font on it, and it's cool.
Well, you are the graphics guy, so
yeah. I mean, yeah. As far as taste and smell, it's a Kentucky bourbon. It's on the sweet tip. It's kind of sweet. The color's real caramel.
Yep.
Honestly, when I drink this, it reminds me why I don't drink Hennessy anymore. It's kind of too sweet for me.
Gotcha.
It's a little bit sweet, but I come
to expect. I'm gonna take a look into that. I'll be right back.
Because I usually prefer a Irish whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure what the processes are or how they're made, but I find like Kentucky bourbons are like a lot sweeter, a lot more caramelly, a lot, and I kind of shy away from that too often. But as far as bourbons go, this is cool. I feel like it's a step up. I feel like it's a luxury Buffalo Trace.
Okay. Compared to last week's bottle, the Basil Hayden's,
right?
Which one do you like better?
I would go with the Basil Hayden over this.
I get where you're coming from, because if it's the sweetness, and I felt like the
sweetness bothers me because I like to drink my drinks neat.
Mm-hmm.
On the rocks, I think it'll work. It'll cut some of the sweetness. You add some water to it, it kind of evens it out. But I like to drink neat, so I would go with the Basil Hayden.
As far as I'm concerned, I like this. I like the sweetness, and that's exactly what I dig about the bourbons. That extra sweetness that the Irishes and the Scotches. I feel like the Scotches, Scotch whiskeys are a little bit sweeter than they're a bit sweeter than Irish whiskeys, but not nowhere close to a bourbon. But I come to expect that. And this one is hitting a little bit harder, which is another characteristic that I expect from bourbons.
Right.
90 proof is not, the end all be all as far as
Nah, it's not such a
shrimp,
shit. Yeah,
but it's definitely it hits a little harder than the Basil Hayden's.
I could dig it. Kyle, I got a quick question for you. Now, this is Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. What does the straight mean?
Straight is dealing with the water. So
All right.
it's when they say straight, it means that it's not mixed with anything else but Kentucky water. Water is where you're gonna get the actual flavor of the bourbon from. So straight means that's all water. That's their water.
I could dig it. Another question.
Yeah.
What's the relationship between whiskey, cognac, and rum? Like, is whiskey closer to any of those other?
Not sure if there is a relationship.
No. Okay. All right. Because sometimes I see whiskey aged in a rum barrel or in a bourbon barrel, and that'll give like a little extra kick. But as far as
I feel like a lot of rum, a lot of whiskey drinkers, when they do venture out to rums, right? Because
that's a fact.
I just think I think the maturation process just is a little bit different. Whatever they age it in.
Okay.
I think rum is a little bit quicker, right?
It's probably not as aged as whiskey. As it's probably just a young version or another maturation process or a lighter maturation process than these other joints.
Copy.
Yeah, because that's more like rum is more like for the islands. You know what I'm saying? That's a island type of thing. The islands are tropical areas usually kind of delve into the rums a little bit more than anyone else.
Okay.
And I think you have a lot of rums. You might have maybe a lot more sugar than your whiskey.
Oh yeah, like some of them are made from sugar cane. Yeah. So yeah, like the rum is definitely a sugary drink. And the whiskeys, especially like Scotch, is it's built off of an age of how it's distilled. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not quick. It's not a quick joint.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's sitting a little bit. And that's the beauty of it. The beauty of a bourbon or a whiskey is how long it sits, in that barrel before you can even touch it or taste it.
Got you. As far as you tried, what's the oldest whiskey you personally tried?
I'm not sure. I know the best that I've tried. I'm not sure the oldest that I've tried.
I think the oldest I had was a 30.
A 30?
30, yeah.
You could taste the years in it. You could taste like. What does it pick up over that extra? Because
it's supposed to be smoother. The older it's supposed to get smoother, but I didn't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've tasted 18s and 21s that were smoother than that 30 that I drank.
Yeah.
So, I guess it just depends. On it could depend on the brand or
What did y'all have the other night when we went out to dinner for the holidays? What was that?
We had, what was that? Was that Glenlivet 21 or?
Yeah, that was Glenlivet 21. That's probably the smoothest shit that I've had ever in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was super smooth.
High power, right?
Yeah.
$600 a bottle, like,
What they were charging us? They were like $40 a shot.
Yeah, good shit.
Yeah, they weren't playing with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, good shit.
All right. So we'll let this Eagle Rare.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We'll let it marinate a little bit, and we'll get back to it. We'll speak about it towards the end of the show. All right. Tonight, we'll be reviewing the Illusione Cruzado. Let's see if I can get a good shot of the cigar.
Nice.
Now, as far as the band on this on it, it's very, very small, so you can't see it. Very simple, nothing too elaborate, very minimalistic. Just has the Illusione Cruzado name on the band. As far as you can see on the cigar, nice chocolatey brown stick. Pause. Now this particular cigar,
Yeah, we needed that one.
it comes underneath the they have a decent lineup of cigars, Illusione, but they're underneath the Agranosa leaf label, their brand. And what actually grabbed my attention, with this particular cigar was it was actually rated the number 6 cigar of 2021 in Cigar Aficionado. All right. It actually retails anywhere between $10 to $13 per stick. The size that we have right here is a 5 1/4 by 50 ring gauge, which is the Toro, I believe. All right. Origin of this cigar is Nicaraguan. Binder, wrapper, and filler are also Nicaraguan. All right. The name Cruzado comes from the Spanish word meaning crossed, which basically the story behind this particular cigar is it is made with Criollo 98 and Corojo 99 Nicaraguan tobacco, which is blended together, which is the cross. All right.
Okay.
And like I said, a big shout out to Matador Cigars over in Hop Hog. They were gracious enough to bless us with 2 of these for the show, free of charge. So big shout out to them. They looked out for us. Again, just want to give a word out to anybody that is listening, that's going to listen to the show. We definitely step into the bigger brands of the bourbons, scotches, whiskeys, and also the cigars, but we would definitely love to kind of do some things with some of the smaller batch cigar companies and the whiskey brands. All right, the up and coming brands, the smaller brands where if you want to, we want to review these particular products, bring them on the show, but we do give a fair, honest review of the products. And if your whiskey or your cigar is no good, we're going to say it's no good. So, but getting back to this particular review, like I said, this one was actually rated, the number 6 cigar in Cigar Aficionado of 2021. And I feel like it definitely lived up to the hype. All right. As far as the strength of the cigar, I would say it's definitely a medium to full body cigar. As far as the flavor, you're going to get full body flavor. And as far as the construction, it's like a brownish type of slightly reddish tint to the wrapper of the cigar. Not too toothy, a little toothy, seamless veins and everything like that. In this particular cigar, you're going to get notes of some light pepper. And like I've said on previous shows, I'm not a big fan of the spicy cigar, but this one had like a light peppery. It wasn't unenjoyable. Mixed with a lot of chocolate cocoa notes, some leather, some nuttiness, but that chocolate note is just, it throughout the entire cigar, man. It just really hit really well. And I wouldn't say this particular cigar is overly complex, where from the first third to the last third you get different notes all around, but the blend of the pepper, the chocolate notes, the nutty notes, it just blended so well together. I felt like it was a great smoking experience. And I would definitely say that the Illusione Cruzado, definitely a buy, definitely box worthy. It definitely lived up to the hype of the number 6 cigar of 2021. And
Nice.
if there's 5 other cigars that are better than this, I definitely, I got to make sure I smoke them all. You understand what I'm
Very
saying?
nice.
So,
Yeah.
the Illusione Cruzado, pick it up at your local tobacconist. Pick up a box. Pick up 1, pick up 5, pick up a box, man. All right.
Yeah, man. Yo, how has smoking been for you? With like it's so cold out. Like, how are you smoking? How you getting the cigars in?
I'm smoking during work.
Mm.
You got a truck.
Rolling
Yeah.
the window down, like it's going for it.
Yeah, man. Normally I try to smoke at least a couple of cigars a week, and then
About like how many about? What's a couple?
2.
Okay.
I don't go too crazy.
Okay.
But I think this week I might have smoked 3. I definitely got to smoke 1 because I have to review one for the show.
Of course.
So I definitely do that. But yeah, man. I just this week, especially being on Instagram and stuff like that, fraternizing with people that smoke cigars, going on profile pages, it just makes you want to smoke, man. Just
Right.
Shit like that.
Seeing that smoke in the air.
Yeah. So definitely. Again, we would like to extend to the smaller batch cigar companies and spirit companies. Hit us up, man. You can be on the show. We'll feature you guys on the show because we want to partner up with some of these smaller brands. The bigger brands, they got enough press already. So yeah. So holler at us. All right. So we're gonna move the show along to White Star GB. And he's gonna let us know what's going on with news and views.
Right. All right. Let's talk about these documentaries. There's 2 documentaries coming out. The first one is coming out through A&E, and it's called Secrets of the Playboy Mansion. There's a couple of different accusations, on Hugh Hefner. They're saying that he recorded a lot of people coming in and out of the mansion and doing things in the bedrooms without their consent. He said that he had tapes on just about everyone. He had politicians coming in there, athletes, and all types of people coming in there. And they're saying that there's also a couple of claims of bestiality, where one of the playmates said that she walked in on him doing something with a dog. And then there's another allegation of him lacing a porn star, Linda Lovelace, with some drugs and made her perform fellatio on a German Shepherd. This is a week-long thing on A&E. It might be done now. I don't know. What y'all think about it?
This don't got nothing to do with Cosby though. No.
Cosby's a whole different doc.
Oh, okay.
This is about the
Showtime. Showtime is doing something on Bill Cosby as well too. This is the Showtime one is kind of catered more to like black people. They're kind of calling this how do we talk about Cosby? So they're kind of basing this on conversations that the black community has based on the whole Bill Cosby being a big star in the 70s and the 80s and him being accused of these heinous crimes. And, they're just talking like, I guess amongst the black community, but to everybody. But basically, I kind of want to bundle these up because it's basically crimes that happened in the 70s and 80s against women. And a lot of these things were socially acceptable back in the day. And now a light is getting shined on them and it sounds a little crazy.
I hate to sound any particular way, but like, well, you use the term a lot of sex workers. Like, what kind of rights do sex?
I didn't say sex workers. They were called Playboy Playmates. They were called Playboy Playmates. Like there was a little prestige with being around Hugh Hefner. You weren't walking the strip. You know what I mean?
What does that come with? To be around Hugh Hefner, to be in his presence,
Okay.
what kind of
licking wrinkle balls.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got like, come on, man. He knows what it is. We all know what it is. So let's not act like we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
He's an old
But
guy.
society is getting a lot, more tolerant and a lot more understanding to the things that happened to people back in the day. And they're saying, a lot of girls are saying that they felt forced and they felt pressured by the expectations. They were brought in with a certain pretense and then expected to perform certain things to actually execute. So let's just say a woman thinks that she's going to be in the magazine. She would have to suck like 3 of the NBA players off to get that centerfold. You know what I mean?
That's what happened. Like Hugh Hefner was putting NBA guys on. Like, all right,
Yeah, he said athletes, politicians. Honestly, listening to it, watching the. I didn't watch the documentary. I watched the actual. I watched the trailer. He kind of reminded me of dude that was flying people back and forth. Not Weinstein, but the other dude.
I get why he would have records of who came and went, and you gotta kind of log that type of stuff so you could have leverage on certain people.
He videotaped bedrooms.
The girls probably knew they were getting taped.
But did the politicians, actors, and athletes know that they were getting taped, or was that held as almost like bribery?
Well, it could have been, but at the end of the day, it's all part of it's all part of the game.
A little muffle, KB.
It's all part of the game. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, it's all part of the game.
I don't think you can have a trip to the Playboy Mansion and figure it's not going to be some type of scandalous shit going on.
And you kind of know why you're there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but never in a million years would you think your bedroom would be videotaped.
I'm not. You would.
Are you not going to the Playboy
surprised
to have sex?
That's kind of why you're there, correct?
Yeah.
The women are already trained for that. They're already trained to be comfortable with being naked in front of a camera and everything like that. They're already trained for that.
Yeah.
So it's the other people. But if you're going there you're probably going there to have sex, right?
Yeah. It was a whorehouse.
You gotta do some drugs while you're there too.
You gotta pretty much say what it is, man. It's just a glorified whorehouse, pretty much.
Now, Ford, you said
hold
drugs.
on, Greg, before you go there. And Hugh Hefner was a glorified fucking pimp.
Mm-hmm.
But because he was white, it was something totally different. Let that motherfucker be black and do the exact same shit. Oh, we've been hell to pay. But he's an older white man that had younger white women under him, and he was acted as a father figure.
Right.
Come on.
I'm gonna take a step further, guys. He was a white man.
Black man that did that. Fuck out of
here.
Okay. He was a white man who was connected too. He had things on other people too. He was going in there because remember there was Hugh Hefner and there was Larry Flint. Larry Flint was with Hustler.
Larry, let's be completely honest with the situation. Larry Flint was a no holds barred. I'm not going to allow you to tell me what to do type of dude.
Right.
Now, whatchamacallit, he would have bended his way to get to where he is. Right. Larry Flint said, I'm not bending shit. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do when I want to do it.
Well,
when you do that to society and when you do that to the higher powers that be, they crumble you.
Okay. I think the difference was Larry Flint was going against the machine and Hugh Hefner provided a service for the machine.
And he
those guys,
brought in
they
and
didn't
he
go
videotaped
like, all right,
the machines.
Yeah.
He
Larry-
videotaped and had evidence on them.
yeah, Larry Flint had a whorehouse. Hugh Hefner had a whorehouse. But the politicians and the entertainers would rather go to Hugh Hefner's whorehouse rather than Larry Flint's.
Yeah.
So
Because he was easy to deal with, because he knew that you know he wasn't rough on feathers.
Watching it, it gave me a lot of Epstein vibes. I feel like Epstein got his blueprint from Hugh Hefner and just took his shit overseas.
That's a possibility.
Honestly, you know,
possibility.
There was a valet that got interviewed there. A valet for Hugh Hefner said that when he had the stars and the athletes and the politicians in there, Hugh Hefner would sit in the room and watch, but never participate.
Mm-hmm.
So he would watch everybody freaking off, but never really get, down.
His dick couldn't get up. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You know?
Well, with the Cosby, Cosby doc, it's a four part documentary. It's gonna be on Showtime. I see on the reaction trailers a lot of people talking about he was pulling tricks right under our nose. Like he was like he was the OBGYN on the show, and maybe that meant more. That was maybe like a joke, you know what I mean? Like an inside joke, you know what I mean?
Okay, what else?
Black man,
you gotta give me something else. That's not enough.
The fuck?
Well, most of the trailer really had to do with like the disappointment. He was the face of the American TV dad.
A black man can't be a goddamn OBGYN.
Not if he's sleeping pussy at night.
No. Got to take the good with the bad in that job position. It's not all good stuff.
Yeah.
There's some terrible stuff with that job too. You're gonna see some shit that you wish you didn't see.
I don't think OBGYNs love vaginas like that.
Yeah, not like that.
Much.
You're gonna see some shit that's make you not gonna want it.
Him being an OBGYN is like Michael Vick being a fucking vet. It's kind of weird.
That's some fucked up shit.
I think the thing with this whole thing is that I think as black folks we put too much stock in entertainers.
Right.
He's an actor, he's an entertainer, he's a comedian. He's not like some self-righteous person
He was self-righteous though, Ron. He used to go on these tours to different colleges. Remember, he's Dr. Cosby too. He has an honorary doctorate from Temple University.
They give you that when you become successful.
Wait, isn't that the $1 million question though? If you can begin to separate, like, the man from some of the things that he does, like, he might be, some ill scholar nigga type shit, man. He's achieved so many things on a status level, you know what I mean? But he's also got some real scars going too. You think we'll ever, or even his art, right? Even being able to enjoy his TV show, can you?
He just likes
that $1 million question.
He likes to have sex, man.
Yeah,
like to have sleep sex though.
But I don't think I don't get the whole stigmatism behind just wanting to fuck. Like, yeah,
no. Whoa. What? The whole stigmatism is that he was sleeping women. Like he was putting them out.
He was drugging them.
Yeah. With Quaaludes and all that. Like he has a specific type of thing that turns him on, and it just might happen to be somebody that's asleep.
That was a thing, bro. I saw
episode. So what?
I watched the episode of Law and Order. Law and Order. And they had that on one of the episodes where that's the couples. That's what they used to do. That was the thing. That was a thing, bro.
So why is that cool? Why is that so weird? I don't understand. Why is it so weird? That
GB, you never watched no weird porn like that? You probably wouldn't tell nobody about. Like, be like, damn. Like,
if I ain't gonna tell nobody, I ain't gonna start now, nigga.
You ain't gonna start now, but I'm just saying you're gonna get specific about it. But it's probably some shit that you're like, I'll keep that to myself.
Yeah. No. I've never done that. I don't watch weird shit. No.
You know what's odd to me?
Normal guy.
Okay, all these. This is. Yeah, I'm not going back into his whole thing, but he had Felicia Rashad, who's beautiful. Lisa Bonet, the other one, Vanessa. I don't know, Tempest Bledsoe. None of them ever said he did anything to them.
He didn't like young pussy. He liked sleep pussy.
All right. Okay. All right.
No. There's a little bit of a difference. He ain't R. Kelly. He's Bill Cosby.
It looked like, but let's think about it also. Was there any black women that came out? It looked like there was a lot of white women that came out that said this about him.
What was it, 37 altogether? I think like 3 of them were black.
Okay. Well,
they just want to kill this man. They want to push him and they want to kick him in the grave. That's what it is. It's like, yo, all right.
That speaks volumes to me.
Do you feel like there's any credence to this being kind of packaged as a black documentary? The majority of the people that were interviewed were black, and almost like the R. Kelly, the surviving R. Kelly. This is packaged as like a black documentary.
Who is the comedian that's doing this? It's a comedian that's
It's a comedian. I don't really recognize him. I've seen him before. I think he had a show on like Vice. The black dude with like a fro.
Yeah, with the fro.
But I feel like all these washed comedians be coming for Bill Cosby.
I think
honestly, I've never heard him. I've never heard anything funny.
Well, I mean, do people just make shit up though? Shit's not just made up, right?
Okay, he does. How does he know?
Well, sure.
Okay, you gotta.
All right, listen.
Like, when Ocean started, Hannibal Buress, who brought the whole shit out, who said it in his shit, like he probably was a kid, like one of us, when the Cosby Show was out. So he doesn't know what went on. He's just hearing what goes on in the industry.
Right.
I mean, I don't care enough about this.
How wrong could it be? Like, you know.
Okay, it's fucked up, yo. Come on. Like, all right. So basically, the blanket statement is women went into these situations looking for a come up and came out on the fucking fucked up end of the shit. And
okay, this is the reason why
40 years later.
It's the reason why I say that. I feel like you as a person, right? You as a black man with a voice. How long could you be pigeonholed before you just jump on a camera yourself and say exactly what the fuck's been going on, what I did, and like how far are you gonna allow yourself to be backed into a corner? This guy's
you mean snitch on yourself, or
I mean, is it?
I mean, business.
I'm just saying, allow people to tell your narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, this isn't Bill Cosby's doc.
No, it's not. But my point is that how long can you sit back, right? Watch documentaries be made, comedians make statements, right? Everybody and their mother jump in before you speak for yourself. How long could you do that? So at some point in time, it's like, well, how much of it is,
So you're expecting him to come out and say something?
I mean, well, at this point, not really. I figured you done did a whole mini bid, right? You didn't have how many people on the newspaper?
Right.
You didn't have how many comedians? How many rappers have made track? Like, how much, you're the butt of the joke on memes.
Yeah.
Right. If you were 100% in the clear, how long could you sit back and just allow that narrative to be painted before you just turn on the camera yourself and been like, yo, this is what it is.
Every couple of months you watch the smoke rise, just wait for it to die down, and you just keep it moving.
If it wasn't what it was,
yeah,
you'd have jumped out there.
Not going away though for him.
It's not going away.
Shit happened to Breezy though. Like, didn't Chris Brown just get accused of something like on a yacht a couple of years ago? Like, it's weird, And it's like he came out and he said, every time I'm ready to put out a project, there's a weird accusation against me. You know, it's kind of weird. Like, they're weaponizing, what happened to them, but how much of it is true. But that ain't for me, or that ain't just for Cigars and Whiskey to figure out. I got another story, yo. Nick Cannon, the 41-year-old comedian, explained his aversion to using sex toys in the bedroom. Nick Cannon got a show now. He has a man panel that he has a couple of guys sit in on, and women kind of call in and they kind of ask them questions. One of the questions were, is he opposed to using sex toys in the bedroom? Nick replied, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with this. If a woman wants to bring a toy into bed, I see that as competition. Just me personally, I'm a pleaser. If I'm not pleasing, then I don't need another object in the room because I need a sensual connection. And that's just a distraction. So he finds a woman bringing sexual toys into the bedroom a competition and a distraction. What do y'all think?
I would kind of agree. Like it depends on what it is. A vibrator, I'd be like, all right, cool. That'll help. I think that'll help the situation.
Mm.
Now you whip out a dildo, that's something different. Like, that is like, like what am I gonna, what can we really do with that? You might as well just be by yourself. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Right.
now if you got a vibrator, it's many different ways we could work that out. We could have that work in the situation. But once you start inserting yourself with a dildo or something like that, it's like, I'm not enough.
Mm.
What you think, KB?
I don't know.
You don't know?
To be completely honest, I've never been in these situations before, so I can't even speak about the situation. Like he is in a precarious situation where she pulls out a fucking 10-inch dildo that's bigger than his dick, then he feels
Mandingo 3000.
Is that what we're talking about? Because that's what it sounds like. Oh,
He said toys, so that means vibrators, everything. He just doesn't like it in the bedroom.
Well, any toys.
With his...
I'm saying it's not that many toys. It's usually insertion or it's vibration. It's usually one or the other. And most toys, you could dress it up any way you want to, but most of them are insertion or vibration.
Well, well, I guess that opens the floor to say, who has that inside of their household? Do you guys use toys?
I got a whole room, nigga.
Your whole room is a toy?
I got a sex room.
That's what's up.
I would say that.
Nah, I'm joking. What you think, though?
My wife bought me a toy at a sex party before. Yeah.
All right, and Corey.
Come on, nigga, do tell.
Cool.
It was like a fake vagina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
we don't need to know the exact toy, bitch. Like, nigga. We just need to fucking
look at Corey Cool's face. Look at his face.
I nigga like,
he's like, ew.
I don't know about this one.
How you clean that shit? You gotta put that shit in the dishwasher or the washing machine? You
gotta wash it with the dishes. Yeah.
Oh God.
Put that shit in the dishwasher, motherfucker.
Oh man.
Rub it.
Cool. You got any adversities? You got any like aversion to like toys in the room? Like, what's up?
Nigga, you know I'm giving you no answer on a question like this. I'm gonna allow you guys
Plead
to
the
continue
fifth
on.
now.
No
Yeah.
toys. No toys for you, GB.
All right, move over to
I
GB.
think it's the time to place for everything. I think everything is, not everything, but things are on the table to see like if you like things. But I feel like if she's just pulling out a toy just like to get off all the time, she hasn't really like learned her body yet. Like she should be able to get off with you too. You know what I mean? You should work on that. Every once in a while you could pull out the toy. Cause I feel like women use toys. I feel like women use toys like men use porn, you know? So I think the equivalent of that would be in the middle of sex, the nigga pulling out his phone and watching Cherokee get an ass clap, and then you just, you know what I mean? Like it'll be
Yo,
weird.
man, that was astonishing, bro. That was something that you should write down in the books. That was a real good analogy you had there, GB. You should take you should be glad for that. You should take credit for that one. That was good. That was
I mean, once in a while, you can put the porn on, you know what I mean, to set the mood. But if she pulling out, the Mandingo 3000 every time to finish the job, you know what I mean? She kind of, you disrespected my size, and then like, yo, if the glove fit, you must have quit. Like, yo, stretching out my box, yo. What am I supposed to do when I get back in there? You know what I'm saying?
Women got it.
But to call the insecurity, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's the women that he's dealing with. I don't know. I feel like regular guys don't come across that too often. A lot of toys, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
I keep it moving. I feel like we don't want to talk about that. I keep moving. I got one more. I got Little Mama.
That's some billionaire.
Little Mama made some news this week. She said, she tweeted. Hold on, I'm getting it right now. My fault, y'all. It was reposted by the Shade Room, and she retweeted and she had put on her Instagram stories. Pardon me. It's so many black women bent over on social media. You would think that shit was a mass mandate, She was just basically maybe just scrolling through social media like all of us do, and just seeing the amount of black, I would put Hispanic women into that too, just bent over with their legs open and everything like that, twerking and ass out. And
it's a lot of white women too.
I'm the conservative on the podcast. Every time I bring this up, I get shot down, but I figure I try one more time to try to talk about it. Like, do you feel like black women are over sexualized, yo? I feel like Lil Mama was trying to say that without saying that. Did you see the artwork for that Shanisha and Meg Thee Stallion song? Like everything Meg Thee Stallion come out with,
the world is over sexualized.
Absolutely. I'm a roll with KB on that. I think everything is over sexualized.
The world is over sexualized. It's
one at a time.
It's ridiculous, yo. Like you go ahead and you try to fucking watch anything with your kids and all the shit. Like it's always something that's sexual innuendo with anything. I think it's just America in general. And I say America because I don't be going nowhere.
So the black straight male, the black straight male over sexualized?
A black straight male.
Yeah, I feel like the black straight male is the new conservative.
It's a unicorn. It's a fucking unicorn.
Yeah, that might be right. Looking at conservative.
Like we ain't playing that shit. We're the niggas that's kind of like holding down our fucking like image and care about how we look in like public and everything like that. Like everybody else just don't give a fuck. Yeah, black gay male don't give a fuck. Black women don't give a fuck.
Well, it's about standards, right? Isn't it? You really break everything down to it. It's about standards and what you want. As far as what you want to get out of life, how you want to be represented. What you want from your family, right? Like, like all of us have, like, we got kids. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what do we want from our family? What do we want them to see, and it's like you get so much shit thrown down your throat on a daily basis. Niggas selling everything under the fucking sun.
What other? They must feel like they have to do that. Like, because when you go on social media, anything, it's they I guess they feel like they have to, because we're a cigar and whiskey podcast,
right?
You can incorporate sex with anything. You see chicks on Instagram with a bottle of Eagle Rare between their titties or some shit like that, like or between their legs or something like that. You can sexualize anything, bro.
Right.
So it's like, if we live in a vanity driven world of likes and acceptance and shit like that, as long as you showing some flesh or something like that, anything will get a like. You understand what I'm saying? But the question is, why is it in the age of independent women making lots of money and they doing so well and all stuff like that?
Let me add one more to that, Ron. And the black woman is the most educated woman at this point too.
Yeah. And I don't care, like, if a black woman is a high-powered professional, the one that's showing titties and ass is gonna probably be more popping than the smartest one or whatever. Like, if that chick that's super educated, making moving fast in her career, making money and shit like that, if she's good looking and she has body and all that shit like that, she's gonna go to the fucking moon, bro. It's like, it doesn't matter about all the other stuff. Like, just looks and aesthetics, it kind of trumps everything. You understand what I'm saying? I think it's women across the board, but also, I think mainly like black women, I feel like it's a little bit extra. What'd you say, KB?
Depending on where you're trying to go also, what the ultimate path is. Yeah, your looks is only going to get you but so far. Your personality will get you way further. No, it's just a fact.
It's not. I don't think it's a fact. Like, you're in real estate, right?
You think that the most beautiful girl that's ditzy in the head, she's not just gonna get used? Here's the difference: a chick that's beautiful and has no brain, she's gonna get used. The female that is beautiful but she knows what she has, she's gonna get further on because she's gonna know how to use her beauty.
The one that is aesthetically pleasing on the eyes is going to be showcased. You're in real estate, right?
Yeah.
Why is that? The new shows out are Ladies That List and the other one that's in Tampa. Look at the lineup of the women there. BBLs, all of them got, they got their bodies done. They look a certain way. It's no plus size.
That's on?
Nothing like that.
What time that come
on? One is on Netflix and the other one I'm not sure exactly when it comes on.
But they're both on Netflix.
I think one is on one is on TV.
You got one that's
the Atlanta one is on TV. The Tampa one is on like Netflix or something like that.
Oh, but I don't know about the Atlanta one. That one.
There are probably a ton of realtors and people that sell a ton of houses and shit like that do it on a higher level than these women do. But they're going to get a pass and they're going to be pushed to the front of the line because they are aesthetically pleasing on the eyes. And that's just the way of the world. Women, and especially women.
The real truth of the matter is, yes, it's, sex sells, and beautiful women, they're very, it's good for them to sell houses or whatever have you.
Sex sells and men are buying, bro. That's what it is. Sex sells and men are buying.
But at the end of the day, you still got to close the deal. So you can't be a bubblehead. And at the end of the day, the bubbleheads get used to close, but they don't get the same money as the people that actually have the
I get what you're
know-how.
saying. I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying, right? You got two women that have know-how. One is overweight, obese, or something like that, and one is bad. Who's gonna go further?
One that's bad, easy.
Exactly.
No.
But let me
None of
ask
that,
you a
man.
question.
But y'all miss it. One thing, and this is it's so funny that everybody thinks the same shit, but you're missing the behind the scenes thing. All right,
Right.
you have this. You'll have the BBL, beautiful lady that has her ass out and she's showing these houses and she's doing her thing or whatever have you, and then you'll have the other one that ain't as aesthetically pleasing.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, the BBL is selling the house.
Okay.
He sells the house, she gets 10%.
Right.
Behind the scenes, the other motherfucker is getting all of the fucking profit.
No, but Kyle, we ain't missing nothing.
Because she's not.
We're not missing nothing. The one that gets the 10%.
Wait. The broker is using her.
We get that. We get that.
To fucking
We get that. We're not missing anything.
And she's happy just being on camera.
Cool.
Like,
yeah, they're the new bottle girl. You know what I mean? We get it. Like, you know what I mean? They're the new girl coming out with the sparklers. They're the face of the shit. And then everybody else makes the money behind the scenes. It's fine. But couple that with Black women being educated now, like, is it a master plan? Like, are they putting something in place? Because it's the season of the Black woman. Because in the 90s, it was all about the white girl with the big boobs. Now it's about the Black girl with the big ass.
That's bullshit. Because Queen Latifah and fucking Moni Love and all and they were all.
What Moni Love doing?
And that's it for news and views, yo. He said Queen Latifah, and I'm done. I'm out of here, fellas.
Yeah,
Ron, we're gonna go 90s, back to you, baby.
Because that was 90s.
Yeah.
Talk about 90s. Talk about 90s.
You got it.
So move along.
Yeah, Queen Latifah's titties was never for us.
That's a fact.
All right. We're gonna move it along, man. Move the show along. All right, so we'll jump into our topics of the night. First off, should your significant other be able to GPS you?
Drop the location?
What you think, White Star GB?
That's weird. But
weird why though?
If you got caught cheating, it's weird. It's an invasion of privacy, you know what I mean? You know, but weird kind of
if you have a track record, a bad track record, should if
you gotta prove
be able to fly?
Nah, no. It's not healthy. You know, it's not a healthy thing. You know, like it's not a healthy relation. It's a violation of boundaries, basically.
Well, evidently, if your significant other is asking to GPS you, they do not trust you at all.
Or
you said asking. You said asking.
Oh, okay.
You said asking.
If they're asking, or if they are doing it, there's no trust. He froze.
Look at him.
He said ask. I would have not asking. You heard?
Say that again.
No. Say it again.
No, I said you said asking.
You said asking, yeah.
What if they're not asking? They're just doing it.
No. First we're gonna deal with asking.
They're grabbing your phone and they're GPSing you.
No. We'll get to that. Let's just come up with if your significant other is coming to you and asking you, yo, I don't know where you at during the day. I need to know where you at.
No, you're jumping the gun. The asking is crazy.
Okay.
I don't know if you understand that asking is crazy.
Asking is wild.
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say it's wild, depending on your situation.
He did core. Is there a
But you
situation
got
where it's
caught
acceptable?
fucking. You got caught having sex. You got caught having intermarital relations. Is that where we're going? Because I'm not understanding how y'all are thinking that this is fine in any sense.
Well,
But go ahead.
maybe you could look at it
I'm
on the
trying to
opposite
figure this
end,
out.
where maybe it helps you to stay in line. Maybe it helps you to stay on track a little bit. You know, we all use a little extra help.
I'm a grown man. I don't need somebody to keep me.
I'm not fucking a little boy.
I need help. I need help staying in line.
I feel like there's two situations where
I pray 5 times a day, Ron. I pray 5 times a day, Ron, to stay in line. That's all man. I do. I wake up every day.
Only 5? I pray 6, baby.
Oh yeah.
Only 5.
How? I do 8, 12, 4, 8, and 11. Where you get yours in? We get that 6th one in.
12.
Come on, get back to the topic, man. I got jerk chicken. Let's go, man.
But there's 2 situations where a man is trying to overcompensate, where he fucked up and he's on some shit like, yo, listen, I ain't doing shit. Look, hit my phone, GPS me. Or if a man is overbearing, maybe he feels like he can manipulate a woman and he's really trying to get full control of her off the rip. And he's saying like, yo, I would only feel safe dating a woman if I know where you're at every time of day. Every time. Like we all been across women who would just come up, who just deal with anything. You know what I mean? There are women that would fucking deal with that. Men being so overbearing and so overprotective that they actually want. I think it's a man thing more than a woman thing.
KB?
Nigga froze?
I think it's fucking bullshit. I think it's bullshit.
Also, come on.
Because it's about trust. So
all right.
if trust is about knowing the person that you are when you're not around them, you can't see them.
Okay. Now, can I
if you lose trust, can you build back trust?
Hold on. Let him finish.
All right. Well.
If you can't believe in a person without knowing where they are,
yeah,
there's no trust. You don't have trust.
Yo, dog, if you're a manipulator.
Let me repeat that again.
I heard you.
What if you violated the trust?
That's what I'm saying. If you violated the trust and you're a thinking man, like if you're a nigga who's trying to build that trust up very fast, why wouldn't you just give her your location real fast just to kind of expedite the trust product? Trust is built and it's earned. You know what I mean? I feel like her knowing your every location.
No. If I'm a clear proponent and I don't have no problem about my lady knowing where I am, but it's all about having the actual, like you have to get my word to give you my location.
Right.
You can't just.
We're not there yet.
Wait. You can't just go onto my phone and place it.
We're not there yet.
Without me knowing.
No, that's a whole nother level of mistrust.
Well, this is what the conversation is. The conversation is that. The
question is, if that happens, what did you do in order to, like, I'm not agreeing with it, but I would ask the question, like, what the hell did you do in order for your significant other to want to do that to you.
You got caught cheating.
Yeah, you had to do something where you got caught out there or something like that in order for your significant other
You had to be
want
cheating,
to do that.
right?
Yeah, or a man that's trying to control a woman. Either a man got caught cheating and he's trying to prove
A woman
his
could
woman.
try to control a man though too. What?
Maybe.
Yeah, what? Nigga, yeah. Women try to control men too.
It don't really work.
Why don't it work?
I'm gonna tell you.
Because you know where I'm at, don't mean you can do nothing about it.
Either way, if my significant other asked me to do that, we would have to have a long conversation because somewhere there's no trust in the situation, and no, that would never fly with me. And then
would you allow that, bro?
No, I wouldn't allow that.
You wouldn't allow what? You wouldn't allow your wife to put a GPS on your phone?
No, wouldn't at all.
Okay.
And if it was a thought, we would have to have a conversation just about the thought of it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that's me speaking as if, me being me. Now, if I fucking got caught a handful of times, doing this or doing that, I might have
her bags packed. She got her bags packed. The kids is packed. Everybody ready to go.
I might have to pro for that.
Last thing on the table. The last thing on the table is put a GPS on my phone, 24/7. You can track wherever I'm at. I ain't gonna be at that bitch house, yo. You got it. You know what I mean? You can put an Apple tag in my wallet. You can put a GPS on my car. I ain't gonna be I ain't going there no more. I ain't going there no more.
Okay. Can I just do a sidebar real quick? Let me do a sidebar real quick, right? All right. Just a hypothetical question. You get caught cheating, right?
Yeah.
How long is the grieving process of you walking on eggshells with your significant other?
Nigga, till you can make it right. And you giving that GPS,
is there a set time for that?
Nigga,
like,
Ron,
after 6 months, bro, I can't keep kissing your ass. Like, I did what I did. I got caught.
My nigga.
I'm good now.
Nigga, you give her that GPS cosign, nigga. You took the Mario star, nigga. You got the fucking star in Mario Brothers. You running, nigga. You going. You good to go, nigga. Like, nigga.
How
long? Nigga. You giving her full anonymity for wherever you at all day.
For how long? How long? If you get caught out there, how long you let her GPS you? Is it 6 months?
Until you can figure out that shit ain't working no more.
Say what?
Until you can figure out how to get that shit not working on her phone no more.
Yeah, because I'm like, if you get caught out there, are you in debt? You're indebted to your significant other forever? Because is it gonna be like, all right, well, you can't. You better go wash the dishes. You remember you fucking with that chick or whatever like that, or everything is about that situation, right? So it has to be a time where it's like, okay, well, you got to get over that shit, and we got to move past it.
That shit on the table, Rob. Put the GPS on my phone, man. Go in the fucking couch, kick your feet up, man. You good to go, man. You ain't got no time for that shit. Yo, fellas, that shit's on the table. That's all I'm saying. You get caught cheating, just offer that shit as a little, you know what I mean? That shit's on the table. A couple of weeks, couple of months, till she forget. Women ain't that tech savvy anyway. You can find a way for that shit to stop working.
I'll be honest with you. It has to be, if you get caught cheating, it has to be the leverage. The leverage is, it's all about money. It's all about you taking some shit off of her table that either she wanted or like she it really is shit that she wanted.
Sounds like you're saying you got to spend that bread. That's what it sounds like you're saying.
It's money.
You really feel like that?
Money.
Spend that bread.
Yeah, it's gonna be that.
Where them dollars at? Where them dollars at?
It's gonna fall back to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could I relieve her of whatever issues she had, and you got to keep on paying that shit, and then that it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, pay a Victoria's Secret bill, nigga. You can get off.
Victoria's Secret ain't
that ain't
good, nigga. Like,
nigga.
No, shit. Victoria's Secret ain't gonna get it, but
Now, if a man proposes it to a woman, I feel like he got to go with some kind of insecurities.
Yeah, you
absolutely.
Yeah,
you know, it's a little weird for a man to come off
definitely
like that, yo.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I
We-
might be
we
biased. Certain things are good for a
soft.
man and not good for a woman. But
Yes.
for a man to propose it, you kind of out of pocket, homeboy.
Out of pocket.
Yeah,
What if a man proposes it, he's out of pocket?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
if
You know that bitch belongs to the streets, nigga? What the fuck you doing?
No, maybe. What if he's just that type of guy? Like, I really want to know every week. You know, I'm just that.
You're weird, nigga.
That says all. That says it all right there.
Right?
Yeah, Ron. What if? What if he does
You're
that?
fucking weird.
Yeah. All right. For instance,
try to dress it up.
All right. Look, married man, right? Well, all of us on this situation, married man, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want the GPS, right, you got to offer the GPS. Us as married folks, you can kind of say that it's fair, you know, in case something happens, in case something goes wrong, you can know.
Not fair, nigga.
Like all in the family, both goes both ways.
It goes both ways. For instance, I personally right now have an Apple tag, my daughter's book bag. Now, I know it's just kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I can see, and mind you, I take that Apple tag and I switch it when she goes to dance. I put it in that bag when she goes to whatever. I personally know. Now, have me and my wife spoke about that? No, but I think if it were to be acceptable, it may be in the space of husband and wife and not checked on, but well, I guess you can't help but to check it, right? That's the whole thing. Can't help but to check it. It's going to be like, let me just see.
Yeah,
let me just see what they are. But if it were to be acceptable, I think it would only be acceptable in the space of husband and wife, just in case of an emergency. I think.
In case you get kidnapped by somebody or something.
Emergency. Nigga,
I mean,
you find an Apple tag in your Yankees fitted, nigga.
No, not like an Apple tag.
To ask, homeboy.
Not like an Apple tag, but you could, like for instance, on the phone, you could kind of see where this other person is.
Drop the location. Allow all the time. Allow once. Allow when this app is open.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Don't fly. It don't fly. It doesn't fly.
Now let me move the conversation a little bit further. Now I said that shit. Now my job.
Don't make me
bring this app
fucking
now
Long Island shit out on you. What the fuck is the point of what we're making here?
What?
Go ahead, GB.
What's the point?
What's the point? Are you trying to wrap it up?
What's the fucking point?
No, we're just talking about surveillance. All right. The point is we're talking about surveillance. We're okay with surveillance from the government. We're okay with surveillance from our jobs. Are we okay with surveillance from our significant others? Kyle, go.
No. We get.
But you can take it from your job. But you can take it from your job, and you can take it from the government.
I'm not okay with anybody surveilling anything that I do on a daily basis.
When the last time you read the terms and conditions on the app you downloaded?
My nigga.
Fucking Johnny Cochran over there trying to get off the phone and eat dinner and shit.
Wait.
Nigga, we talking, nigga. Take your time, nigga.
We're talking about terms and conditions on an app that we downloaded as if you actually read it yourself.
I didn't. No, I did it.
All right, so this is what I'm saying.
Go, come on.
Nobody reads the shit. So everybody's open for the shit. So why should you have to go home and read terms and conditions to your fucking wife or your...
Because we trying to get away with shit at home, nigga.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. I have to deal with this shit outside all day, every day. Why the fuck do I have to come in my house and deal with the same shit that I have to deal with outside?
Right.
Yeah, it can't fly in the household. Can't fly.
Corey, when does the tag come out of your daughter? What age does the tag come out of your daughter's book bag?
Well, eventually it's going to go from a tag to a really nice necklace that has a diamond in it. It's going to say, "Oh, Dad, this is so nice and pretty." But in the inside, it's going to be like a device.
Violate forever.
Yeah. Or just make it really pretty. Like, you want to wear it.
Fuck it.
College?
You want to wear it.
Inject it right here.
Well, listen, no, at a certain point in time.
Inject it in her neck right here.
Listen, at a certain point in time, I'm gonna not want to know where she's going. At a certain point in time, I'm gonna want to. At least I think so right now. But that Apple tag is gonna live at least till she gets to high school, and then I'll be like, all right, I'll think about, But I want to, like I said, pretty necklace, iced out, and all that. To where you want to rock it, but you just know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, you said necklace. You said necklace with dogs. Didn't it go from a necklace to like an injectable? Like, aren't dogs getting like chips in them already?
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna do that though to the kid.
Nah. So like when you have a newborn baby, they're gonna ask you like, yo, you have a boy. You be like, yo, you want him circumcised and you want the chip?
I can't sign off on that.
It's kind of bad. As swell as it would be to keep track of my child like that on that kind of level. I mean, it's a little inhumane, but it is kind of cool to be able to be like, yo, I can fucking track this motherfucker, whether he could be naked and I can fucking find him. Yeah, that's intriguing.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good sales pitch, but I'm going to have, I can't do that.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. That's really what we're talking about. Just surveillance on the, home level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird.
But I do think it is, if you're comfortable with it, if you're not comfortable, but on a level that's acceptable as a husband and wife, depending on for emergency situations. Not saying it's acceptable to everybody, but if, for instance, if somebody came to me and says, yeah, my wife has has me on whatever. And I guess, on a surface level, you can say, well, you got caught cheating. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. That's the only place I think is acceptable. Oh, Matt, how about this? How about just your mom having it on you? How do you feel about that? How would you feel about your mom, not your wife, but your mother being able to track you on GPS right now? How do you feel about that?
Right now?
Yeah, like right now. If your mother had you on GPS.
It don't
work. Pay my bills, pay my mortgage, mom.
Exactly.
Wherever fuck I go.
I take my mother having me on GPS. I take my mom's. My mom's is cool. I always, you know what I mean? I always did me. My mother's not gonna stop me. She's gonna save me.
Right now, shit. I take that shit.
My mother gonna save me right now.
All right. Let's move on from this one, man. Move on to the next topic of the night, which is going to be, should a woman struggle with a man, or does I can do bad all by myself apply? Let's start with you, GB.
Yeah, good. It's a good start with me because I was actually doing a little bit more research on it, and I found a tweet that kind of surmised this whole thing. No disrespect, I was not raised to live with a man and be struggling. It's supposed to be easier, not harder. I could do bad all by myself. That kind of encapsulates like everything that we're trying to talk to. Women, does a woman feel like, should be easier when she lives with a man? There shouldn't be any bumps. There shouldn't be any valleys. Everything should be smooth sailing. Bills should get paid. You shouldn't have to work harder to really try to, compensate.
You just talking about like partnership, man. When you have partnership, somebody like you're not taking on 100% of the load.
Right.
There should be some help somewhere.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's almost like they're applying to a job, and it's like, all right, like this ain't my job. If the boss is struggling, if this business go out of business, I'm out of here. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if this business, this is just the job. You like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not investing in this shit. I'm not built into this shit. If this shit ain't really working, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And I think it kind of depends on where a man is in his life, as far as attaining goals and shit like that. Like, if you guys are like fresh out of college or something like that, or fresh out of school or whatever, and you both are on a come up, or each of you have dreams or goals that you want to accomplish, I think you should give, that person that time. But when you get with somebody at a certain age, when you like, when it's like, all right, well, I'm, if there's a woman that's doing her thing or whatever, and a dude's like, I got a dream to do this, that, and the third or whatever. It hasn't happened. It's like, all right, well, are you gonna be an engine or are you gonna be an anchor? That's the question. Are you gonna move me forward or are you gonna hold me back?
Right.
So that's the biggest question you have to ask. See, another thing is this: we got to think about the way the world is today, right? Women want all this, all this credit for making a lot of money and being entrepreneurs and stuff like that. But, if you want the credit for that, take the credit for being head of the household, and you can carry the majority of the load, because all partnerships are not going to be 50-50. It could be 60-40, 70-30 or whatever. But I think women still have that thing in them where they want to be taken care of by a man. Even if they're making a shit ton of money themselves, they still want to feel like a lady and like, oh, I want this dude to do X, Y, and Z for me or whatever.
As a father,
I can do it for myself, but I want him to do it.
Do you agree with that? You raising your daughter to take care of a nigga?
Take care of a dude? Not necessarily. Taking care of somebody, that's a big task. And, taking care of somebody is one thing. Or carrying a higher portion of the load is something different.
Of course.
I would tell my daughter, don't get with no lazy dude. Like, all right, if you a little more successful than him, all right, that's cool. That's fine. As long as he's not lazy and just sitting on his ass and not doing shit and expect you to take care of him, it could be that way. That's the way the world is moving. And it's been like that for a long time on the opposite side of the spectrum where, women, men carry the load financially, and women, they kind of took on certain other roles. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Oh no, taking care
as of late,
taking care is subjective to me too. In a relationship, I think you're kind of supposed to take care of the other person. I started thinking about that actual phrase. As Ron was kind of saying, that each partnership can be different as far as percentage goes, right?
Exactly.
But when you use that term taking care, like I began to look at it like what is needed to get us through day to day, right?
And now, it's not all about money.
And it's not all about money, right? It's about like, okay, let's say you come in, you see the laundry kind of spilling all over the place, shit like that.
Yeah.
Right? Are you going to be the one to know, all right, well, shit, man, my wife got to wake up early and got to get to work at X, Y, and Z time.
To get money.
To get bread. But it's not about money. Yeah, but I mean, we're all in this.
Is it about money or is it about the overall?
It's about the overall. Yeah, I don't know if it's about money per se, more than what we can do if you get where you got to be, or where what we can do where I get where I got to be. If that makes any sense, right? So it's not about you go out and make money, or I go out and make that money, but it's about what we can do together as a team at the end of the day. So, for instance, my wife will know, all right, look, man, this guy got to go on the radio X, Y, and Z. So Thursday, I'm going to make sure, right, he has X, Y, and Z. That's taking care of me in this situation, right?
Absolutely.
I know, all right, she might have her sorority meeting. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Go rock out. I'll take the kid and I'll go do X, Y, and Z. Those things, too, I think equate with taking care, as well as, don't get me wrong, some relationships are financial, right? Some of them are like that. Some of them are for sex or food or the surface level shit, right? But I don't think the term taking taken care of is looked at so negatively all the time.
Yeah, and the thing is that the like I can do bad all by myself. Like doing bad is relative to the person, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, if I'm in a household with my wife and she make more money than me, like, all right, are we doing bad? Are you doing bad because because I make less money than you? Not necessarily. Could we probably do better? Maybe, but maybe not. We don't know that. But now if somebody is really on some like, yo, I'm trying to move up in the world and this person is pulling me down. Yeah, you got to let that go.
Yeah, pull it. Yeah, that's a true statement. Pulling me down,
right,
is one thing.
Because people can add value. It doesn't have to be monetary value. You understand what I'm saying? There's other value that people can add to your life.
Well, Ron, we live in America, baby. Come on, man. The land of capitalism. Like, cash rules. Like, we learned that early. Everything around me. You know what I mean? KB, okay. What you think?
You say that, right? But if the sanitation guys don't come around at least a couple times in a week, what's your crib gonna be looking like? You got to take notice of.
I'm gonna find a way.
What you gonna find a way? You gonna find a way. Come on, you gotta give credit.
If the sanitation dude don't come around, I'm gonna find a way.
Even the people that you feel like, all right, they might you might like minimize what they do. They do something and they add value to society, to the environment.
Value or convenience. Convenience. We forgot that word. There's value and then there's convenience. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're one, and I think this, they're somewhat connected.
It's possible that they could be kind of one and the same.
Somebody that makes something convenient is valuable. Like,
it's valuable for leisure, but not valuable for survival.
No, I don't know. It depends on the person.
Yo, if the garbage truck didn't come around my crib, I got a pickup truck. I just buy an extra garbage can.
That's you.
Store my garbage, and then once a week, I would just take it to the fucking dump and just drop it off myself. Fuck it.
Okay. All right. It sounds good. But I don't believe you.
I'll be on this shit complaining. Yo,
I also think that's just in terms of the garbage man. If we had time to, if we had time to hash that out more, I'm sure we get you.
Let me reset the question for you, KB, because I don't think we got your input on it. No disrespect. I was not raised to live with a man and be struggling. It's supposed to be easier, not harder. I can do bad all by myself. Thoughts?
What's the question? I'm confused.
What do you think about a woman thinking about like that? Like there should be no adversity in a relationship. She shouldn't be living with a man and be struggling. So even if a man is in a bad season in his life, even if he proved himself when they first started fucking with each other to be the upstanding man, fell into a bad season while they were fucking with each other, she doesn't feel the need to live with a man and be struggling. Life should be easier when a woman gets with a man.
I mean, I hate to cut him off, but it should be.
Okay.
Should be.
All right.
Who'd you ask? You asked KB or you asked?
Yeah,
it's KB, but I'm sorry. I just said it should be. I'm sorry.
No, I was just waiting. I think the biggest thing is understanding roles. So, you'll have situations where you'll be up. You have situations you'll be down. Life is long. People love to say like, yo, shit is, life is quick or whatever have you. Life is long. You know what I'm saying? And if you're in it with someone for a lifetime, you're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs, you're gonna have situations where you guys don't agree with each other. You're gonna have situations where, you know, if you're an entrepreneur like me, you're gonna have situations where she makes more than you. She's bringing in more than you per month or whatever have you. None of that should change the dynamic of what the relationship is. And I say this because I say you have to be steadfast in who you are and what you bring to the relationship on a regular basis. So if you are bringing to the relationship a solid wholehearted love to the relationship, and it's not just love, because at the end of the day, love ain't paying the bills. So if you're bringing forth who you are wholeheartedly, I think that should be, you know, what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, as long as you're not half stepping and you're not fronting, and you're not, you know, you're not being fake. I think that is where it is where everything lies. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just be who you are. Be who you are wholeheartedly.
Let's ask the question about, like, okay, if someone is actually struggling, a female struggling with a man,
struggling how? Because there's
alcoholism.
No. Let's talk about just finance.
Money.
Yes,
finance.
money.
Okay.
I figured be clear. That's what we were talking about.
Okay.
If I see nothing wrong with the female that is with a dude, and like, if she feels like she could do better by herself, leaving, I would get it. And I mean,
you
like,
said that you would get it.
I would get it.
So you feel like a man should have a responsibility to uplift a woman, but a woman shouldn't have a responsibility to uplift a man, or to carry him through like a rough season, a rough time?
I think it depends. Like I said, it depends on that time.
Self-inflicted?
But it also depends on the situation. Are they married, or are they just dating? Do they have kids, or do they not have kids? It's so many different factors.
I don't think it matters.
Let's go, Kyle.
I don't think it matters.
For that question, let's go dating. One kid.
Like, you don't take care.
Let's go dating one kid.
Hold on.
Wait. You don't take care of somebody the same way that you like. All right, me dating somebody that I don't have kids with, I'm not taking care of them the same way that I'm married to someone and have kids with.
Right.
Like, I like, that's totally different.
But let's go halfway. Let's meet halfway. How about have the kid but not married?
Come again? What?
Let's go halfway. Let's go have a kid but not married. You have a kid but you're not married. Where's your loyalty?
If there's a struggle, right? If there's a struggle, if somebody is your anchor, I think you should move on.
What's the situation? What's the situation with me and this lady that I have a kid with? I have a kid with her. What's the situation? Give me a situation.
Can I lay it out?
Give me a situation
where you're the anchor. Let me lay it out. When you met her, both of y'all was working. Everything was cool. Vacations, everything was cool. Y'all had a kid. Everything was cool. You haven't purchased a house yet. Y'all renting. You lost your job. You know, you have another job. Is not really taking care of what you were taking care of before. Her definition of struggling is she has to work extra hours. She has to work overtime. Her life is harder now because of your misfortune. You aren't married, but you do have a child together. Is she supposed to struggle with you?
Does she see a life with me?
That's up to you. You can answer that. Yeah. Or maybe no. She has disdain for you. She has disdain because she has been fucking flipping the fucking bills. She ain't been out to dinner in a couple of months. She has disdain for you.
All that shit don't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter.
She's on Instagram watching niggas
it
buying
doesn't matter. It doesn't
Prada
matter.
and Gucci and all that for their ladies.
It doesn't matter.
But
none of that matters.
Why doesn't it matter?
Because at the end of the day, she's building a life with me. And if I am the sturdy type of dude that I am, and I'm building something that I need to build to get us to that, it's all about a bridge.
What if it's not building though?
It's all about it's
what
all
if it's
about
not
a bridge.
well, like because
it's all about a bridge. It's all about a bridge.
Couples have a let's say you set goals, right? And you're not reaching those goals. And you have a vision of what you expect your life to be, right? And you as a couple, you guys are continuously missing the mark, right? Mm-hmm. And let's just say it's my fault that me and my lady are missing the mark. Now, if she's like, well, shit, I could what we have here, what we got together, I could do this shit by myself.
All her friends are passing her by. All her friends and their relationships are passing her by.
What people and a lot of people miss this shit. Yo, you're not gonna get what you want when you want to get it. You're not gonna get it. But a lot of times it's about just building a bridge and getting the bridge to get to where you want to go. Right?
Spend a little bit more on the bridge. Explain the bridge a little bit more, Kyle.
So the bridge,
all right. You know, I'm saying you gotta see some bricks being laid for that bridge in order to believe in the bridge. Right? If you see I
get it.
There's nothing happening with that bridge, you like, that shit ain't.
It's a paper bridge, baby. That bridge built the paper.
So
that bridge.
It may be shallow and everything like that, but we're a society that we look at power couples and incomes and shit like that, and it's like, we have to keep up with everybody else. So it's like, if we don't make 100,000 a piece, we bring $250,000 in the household at least. Like, we're not successful. We're not, this, that, and the third. So
this is the issue, and this is the problem, because you have so many fraudulent things that are out here. How do you? Well, the notion that everybody's making $100,000 a year, and that's super fraudulent. You know what I'm saying? Like the average now, Long Island is one of the highest in the nation households of income, and we make on average $116,000 for an average income for a household. That's the high. That's probably
average.
Yeah, well, it's average, but on a national scale, we're way above everybody else.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, when you think about, like, we're almost jaded. It's a jade. Like we're almost jaded to where we think about relationships to where we want and what we want to have and this, that, and the third. The main thing to me is really just taking care of the kids and making sure that they have investments. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I hear
me
what you're
personally.
saying. I hear what you're saying, but
Can
if
I
nigga-
interject
if-
with a stat? African American or Black household had the lowest median household income of all races at $30,000 last year.
Yeah, that's a national average, though.
Yeah,
We're
you're
not
talking
talking
about
about
Long Island.
We're in Long
Right.
Island. Like,
Yeah,
niggas is fucking jaded in the Long
Yeah.
Island.
It's a national podcast though. Well, we're talking to everybody, but
Yeah,
I don't want to
we're
bring it in
Long
and bring it
Island.
out too.
Just so y'all know, we're in Long Island. We jaded. I'm not even gonna say we jaded because we just make more money than y'all.
Right. Jaded, Kyle, or aspiration. When we were talking about power couples, I felt like we were talking about them like it was a bad thing. Are there aspirations for being Ari and Moneybag Yo and her gifting her man land for, like, nah, we laughing, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like we've seen men make women into like whole powerhouses, you know what I mean?
I think that shit is corny. I'll be honest with you. I think the whole thought of a power couple is corny.
Why?
You go into it and you are who you are. You know, if we're gonna make money together, we're gonna make money together. If we're gonna, buy multiple fucking commercial different properties or build whatever we're gonna build, all right, we're gonna do it. Am I gonna be like, yo, we're a power couple? This is what we do, like Jada Pinkett.
I think there are people that do that though.
Yeah, and they're corny. And please, like whoever's listening to this shit right now, if you really feel like you're gonna pick out who you want to be with, and you're gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna be a power couple with that person, and you really think that life is gonna be fucking rosy and dandy because she makes
it may be a good
quarter,
business arrangement.
You make a quarter, and y'all can make fucking multi-millions together. Please come talk to me.
I'm saying it's possible.
Please come talk to me.
I think people do that a lot. A lot.
It's corny
I feel
shit.
like they do it a lot.
And it's corny shit. It's corny fucking shit. It's whack fucking corny shit.
Would you turn the table?
I'm the corny at all.
Would you struggle with the female if she was broke as shit? She didn't have shit just wasn't popping for her. You would sit around and wait for her?
Yo, why the fuck does it have to be from fucking McDonald's, like bottom level McDonald's, to going up to fucking Beyonce and Jay-Z? Like, nigga,
no, I'm saying, but like, yo, if you
there's a middle piece there, and that middle piece is so fucking dope.
All right, no. You're talking about a middle piece, right? You're dating. You're dating.
It's so fucking dope.
You're dating the chick that does work at McDonald's. She really is not moving anywhere fast. You gonna stick around and be like, yo,
why? Why do I have to? Why do I have to date with a chick that's from McDonald's?
I'm just using.
That's what the scenario is in front of you.
Would you stick with that?
For what?
Because it symbolizes her aspiration. It symbolizes her drive. It symbolizes how much she wants out of life.
So she can be like a manager at fucking off Fifth Ave Saks or some shit, like that makes a little bit more money.
Fine.
Obviously, he wouldn't do it. So you would not struggle with a female. You could do better all by yourself. So the scenario y'all are making doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. Yo, you're saying, oh, she works at
at McDonald's. So when you date the chick at McDonald's, first of all, I'm 40 years old. I'm not dating anybody from McDonald's. Like, I don't understand. What make
Yo, there's some bad bitches working on them nuggets, nigga. You better stop playing, nigga.
Make the scenario make more sense. Like, I don't understand. Like, the scenario doesn't make any sense. I don't get it.
So a guy that doesn't make that much money, and he's not making any more money, or he's not bringing that much money in. If a woman says like, all right, well, he's not bringing nothing financially to the table, she wants to move on. That's what I was trying to.
Let's move the situation a little further. All right, let's keep it a buck. A woman isn't really expected to bring home the fucking bacon. What if the bitch can't fucking clean or fucking cook or nothing? You're working fucking 70 hours a week. You coming home to a dirty fucking house, and you coming home to fucking dishes in the sink and all that. She can't do the basic things that you expect a woman to do. How are you gonna react to that, Playboy?
I don't like that.
Oh, now we talking. Now we talking your language, right? Now we talking the things that are expected of people. You know what I mean? No disrespect. I was not raised to live with a man and be struggling. I was so now let's move that to a man. No disrespect. I was not raised to live with a fucking woman and have a dirty ass house, right? It's supposed to be easier, right? It's supposed to be easier. I'm supposed to have some food on the fucking table, you know what I mean? At least once, twice a week, you know what I mean? Coffee in the morning, all that fly shit, you know what I mean? I could do bad all by myself. I could sit in that fucking McDonald's drive-thru without you, bitch. Let's talk about it. Come on. Move the conversation. Come on. Niggas want to talk, let's fucking talk. Now let's bring it over to the man.
Speak about it.
Working 60, 70 hours a week, working hard. You know what I mean? Everybody, you coming home 7 o'clock at night, everybody looking at you after a 12-hour day. You're supposed to go out, procure the meal. You know what I mean? You supposed to cook too? What the fuck's supposed to happen? Men and females got roles. Everybody got a role to fucking fill. In this 2022 shit where everybody feel like, you know what I mean? Like, no, everybody's supposed to be like mixed and fill in the gaps and all that shit. Nigga, get in where you fit in. And if you can't fit in, if you can't be used, you're fucking useless.
Yeah, I agree. I guess we'll leave it at that. All right.
Told you. He told you.
All right, we're gonna move on to the last topic of the night.
What we got?
It's been a thing that's been going on. It's on the internet, social media, and stuff like that. Where the question is, if a woman goes on a date after 5 p.m., is sex automatically on the table? Start with you, KB.
I think it's silly. After 5 p.m., if she goes on a date, then she gotta fuck. You know, that's a little bit weird. Or she has to fornicate, you know, with you. That's a little bit weird. Because I feel like, you know, I could probably fornicate with you between 12 and 3 also.
Brunch pussy is good pussy. Pardon me.
Brunch drinks. I could do it. Do the brunch drinks.
What you think, GB?
I'm thinking what he's saying is a bigger, you know, I think I'm gonna extract it and look at the bigger picture that dinner after 5 p.m. we're talking about spending money for an expensive drink, appetizers, cocktails. We're talking about $200 to $300 date. I feel like who was saying that? Was that Kevin Samuels? Like,
yeah.
okay, all right. I feel like what he was trying to really say and subliminally to women was that
gay? Is Kevin Samuels gay?
Not
I don't know.
publicly. I don't think so. But
all right, he's probably bisexual. Okay, go ahead.
But I'm thinking he's extracting it like women stop taking advantage of this culture of men just owe you a good time when you come out. I think that he's kind of subliminally telling women that there is an expectation when there is a dollar amount spent on you. There's a breakfast date, there's a lunch date, there's a brunch date. Those are significantly cheaper than a dinner date. A dinner date, I went on a dinner date with my wife. Our first date probably ran me like $400. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, as opposed to a brunch or a lunch date, $80 a diner. You know what I mean? 60, no drinks involved. You know what I mean?
Where the fuck you pay $400 though, yo?
We went to Footprints.
So basically, the factor is not the time; it's the dollar amount.
I think it's the dollar amount. Absolutely. I think that was code word. I think he was using code to kind of tell people, women and men, yo, if you're spending a certain amount of money that you're investing in this woman, stop being a fucking trick ass nigga and spending $500-$600 on these fucking dates with these women and not expecting anything in return, and kind of open their eyes to women. If you are naive and you're not taking advantage of a man, this is what's going on. If you are naive, we're gonna play the game. You're naive to the fact that men are expecting pussy or whatever. If a nigga buys a dinner date with appetizers, drinks, main course, and probably a dessert, it's gonna be $350 to $400 to $500.
So there's an expectation, even on the first date.
How much that first date cost, yo? Is that first date?
It costs a few $100s.
Yeah. Pussy cost, right?
My.
You go to Best Buy, look at TVs, and leave $1,000 on the floor and then walk out?
Corey, cool. What you think?
The big box on the end of that fucking.
What do I think as far as what? I'm sorry. That went a lot of places.
Sex on the table. If
I don't know. But the bigger question is, like, I've been out of the business for a long time. Like a lot of you brothers sitting around. Retired brother. You know, I think it's just an interesting place where you go out and you spend, and you're still looking for that, right? I kind of just feel like at this phase, you kind of just know, right? Like if you just know women, you've been with women, you kind of just know, like, you know what you're into when you enter the, let's say midway through the night, you kind of know. You know where you're at.
The rhythm. I bet you get no dessert.
Like you're not oblivious to, like, and like I said, I've been out of the game so long where it's like, damn, I couldn't really even imagine going to sit down at a table on some crapshoot shit where it's like, damn, I could possibly spend X, Y, and Z and not even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I feel like women kind of, in a sense, I don't want to say on no funny shit. Like when a guy spends a certain amount of money, I think they feel sort of obligated in a sense, right?
Nah, they don't feel
obligated. Well, you know what? As a person with daughters, that sucks. I hope that's not the case.
And also another thing is this, man. Guys wind up spending a certain amount of money because they do want to have sex.
Right.
Don't get it twisted. So dudes know that, like, yo, if I take her to this restaurant,
Yeah.
I spend this much money.
But dudes, I feel like dudes did it out of chivalry and all that. I feel like women, James Harden, they way into the dating game. They looking for the fucking foul call. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, let's use that though. Like, okay, let's say you're out in a space where you're willing to spend that high priced amount of money. You know, I think, you know, you kind of you have to be comfortable with what you're with, right? You have to almost kind of be comfortable with the possibility of it not going that way, right? Like it's got to be like a bigger picture.
Yeah, you gotta be like,
you know what I'm saying?
I spend 500.
I don't know how
it's nothing. It's nothing.
Fellas, we went from this episode. We went from Hugh Hefner and Bill Cosby dropping Molly's and bitches drinks to niggas hoping they're gonna get some pussy after 4 or 5.
No, not necessarily
Where's
hoping. But
where we gonna meet at?
Let me ask you a question, GB. Like, have you ever spent in your lifetime $400 to $500 at a date and been hoping that you were going to get something at the end of it?
No.
Anybody here? Has anybody spent that kind of money and been like, man, I hope that I can get some at the end of the night? No, like
you a bad recruiter.
You know where your car,
GB, your recruiting job.
I should get some, man.
As a college coach, when you sitting on that high school kids recruit, when you recruiting your
you're just a bad recruiter. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah, nah.
Come on, Ron. Come on, man. KB, come on. You're not spending that kind of money in the guessing phase. You know what I mean? You kind of got to know it's a
you probably
done deal.
You probably already lined it up. You probably
it's already lined. Like, or let's just say
lobsters used to get it done back in the day.
Let's just say it's the first one, right? Like you guys said, it's the first one where you know there's a good possibility that this may not get me where I need to be at the end of the night. But you know it was fully worth it. You know that there is some kind of, at this phase in our life, maybe young and you got bread, maybe you might have, you know, did some tricking off, right? Some some unknown tricking off. But
right
now you know where you're at. So as far as Sam, but like you said, that what Samuel says has nothing to do kind of with that. You know, he's putting it time of day. But now let's bring that into consideration, right? After, let's say, a late night date, it could almost be assumed, right? Well, you don't want to assume, but it could almost be assumed that we're linking up at nighttime, you know.
Good night kiss.
Kind of is what it
is.
Back
in the day, wasn't it like a kiss?
What do you think, KB?
I don't know.
KB checked out. Nigga, diabetic shock. He hungry.
Yeah.
What's for dinner, nigga?
Can't wait to eat. Don't know what it is.
You wild.
I feel like time is not a factor in this whole situation. It's really not. Like most dates are in the evening. And it's a lot of dudes that get shut down after 5, after 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The only time if you going out or you meeting up with somebody after 11, 12 at night, then you probably would. There's an automatic expectation of sex.
All right, I'll agree with you there.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a pop wolf.
Yeah,
I'll agree with you there.
Other than that, going on a date, that doesn't, like, you know, you're not guaranteed anything. And a lot of these chicks out here today are professional daters. They go on dates just to get a free meal. So you know, guys are gonna get, you know, I guess maybe he's saying that for the, like you said, the guys that are getting stuck in those particular situations where female knows she doesn't genuinely like the guy. She's like, I'll go on a date with him. I'll get a free meal out of the situation. He'll take me
just sitting there like,
whatever.
The fuck? Like,
it's terrible. Terrible job.
No?
Yeah.
Medicine ain't for everybody, but whoever it hit, you know what I mean?
Man, this dating world sounds crazy, man. Sounds crazy.
All right. Before we go though, give me a dollar amount that you have an expectation of having sex. GB, start with you.
When I was dating, 75.
$75?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, what kind of girls you dating?
Pussy cheap.
KB, give me a dollar amount where you feel like if I spend this amount, sex is on the table.
And I'm gonna sound like a fucking asshole, yo. If I went out with a female, sex was on the table. It didn't matter.
Dollar Franks at papaya.
It didn't matter dollar amount. Like if we went out,
Pimping.
yeah, sex was on the table.
I feel you. I get it. I totally get it. Corey, cool.
You know, of course, scared.
Man, you fucking guys. Repeat the question, please.
Give me a dollar amount. You go on a date. Sex is automatically on the table.
There's a piece of me that kind of wants to agree with Kyle, where it's not about the dollar amount at all. It's just kind of here we are, a kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, all right, if I had to deal with the hypotheticals, then I would probably say, I would say upwards of 200 or so.
Yeah, I was thinking about 250, but today,
because okay, let me think. Like a good Ruth, like I said, a Ruth Chris dinner for two.
300.
Yeah, you can get away with
bacon pussy.
Well, you can do two because you don't have listen.
Y'all got the green book on prostitution.
No, I'm just thinking. I'm just
prostitution cheaper than that. You got the green book.
Yo, T-Bone, you gotta chill, yo.
Listen, I mean, it would be the best way, right? It would be the best way for just mankind to just function, right? Just pay for it and move on, right? A lot of people wouldn't be in the shit that they're in.
Yeah.
just pay for it. Because you know what? If you have to, and this is why I say I kind of agree with what Kyle's saying. If you have to equate to that, where I've spent X, Y, and Z amount of dollar, I should be awarded this. Then at that point, you just might as well just cop.
It's an exercise just for content purposes, I guess. But for me, I would say 200 when I was, $200. But these days, you got a lot of these dudes, they taking chicks to
$200 is nothing.
Philippe Chow, Brooklyn Chop House, all that shit like that. They spending
$200 is
$500, $1,000. They spending a stack at a restaurant just trying to impress a chick, and they still not popping.
You gotta account for inflation. Gas was $1.19 when we was dating.
But wait, what does that say? Sidebar, what does that say for you? What does that say for you, right?
Yeah, G-Block is a fucking dickhead.
What is
it? $1.19 when we was dating.
What does that say when you do spend all of that money and you don't
fucking idiot
get what you're looking for? Yeah, what does that say?
That these niggas ain't got fucking G like we got.
Yeah, that's what it says. That's what it says. Yeah,
niggas leave with their pockets and not with their fucking, with their hearts. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
But does that have anything to do with you as just being an ill nigga? Because okay, think about it right now. Look at the ladies that you're with right now, right?
We're not talking about having sex for free and just because you're an ill nigga and all that stuff like that. What I'm trying to say is, each one of us right now can think about. Each one of us can think about the time where you were courting the person that you're with right now, right? Because let's keep this safe. Let's keep this safe, guys. Who you're with right now, you did court them. You did have a process of trying to get with them and do the thing, right? Now, let's think about way back to that early phase.
the amount of bread you spent, it was yours or it wasn't yours anyway at that phase. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was you were either in or you were out anyway. Now, if you think about the person you with right now, when you first got to him, that bread would have helped, right? Yeah, that bread would have probably made certain things look a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
But it was you. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily the bread you laid out. It was the rest of you.
It's always you, right? I can't speak for anybody else, right?
Always.
But for I don't know any dudes that's like, yo, I don't have no shot of sleeping with this chick. I'm gonna go on a date and spend $500 or $1,000, and that's gonna get me to have sex with her. I don't think so. Like, yo, a dude has to like, yo, all right, we talked a while. We had some conversations that are kind of like on the, the risque side. So I think we gonna pop. You understand what I'm saying? Like they
you gotta understand also, Ron. Like, no chick is gonna take on a date to not think that a possibility of her sleeping with you is even on the table.
Mm-hmm.
No female does that. No female ever in life is going to take on going out with somebody that she's going to despise the whole time.
False.
Like,
I don't know, man. I don't know. I've heard
false.
stories.
I've
heard stories
that she's gonna despise. She's
gonna
take
I wouldn't say necessarily.
She's gonna despise.
I wouldn't necessarily say despise, but like, yo, she knows, like, yo.
Yeah, he's not getting nothing. He's not getting nothing. Yeah,
he's not getting nothing.
We just rolling out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out with this dude. I'm gonna have
not gonna happen.
Yeah, we're just rolling.
Not gonna.
It may not happen for you, but it may happen.
I think that happens every day, B.
Yes,
that happens every day where some woman is like.
You think that a chick is gonna just go out and be like, oh, all right, I'm gonna waste my time with this dude?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that it's not. They find the value in it. So more so, okay, like you're saying, waste your time, right? No, I don't think it's looked at like that. I do think it's looked at like, all right, he might be my ride home. He might be my ride home.
A lunch.
I'm gonna tell you what dude's favorite question is.
A full date?
No, dude's question. Dude's question is a lot of the times they like, yo, I'm gonna take you out. Where you want to go? So she get to eat where she wanted. Oh, I want to go to Philippe Chow. I want to go to Philippe Chow. All right, we're gonna go out Friday. I'm gonna take you to Philippe Chow. She ain't never been there, had no chance of getting there, but this singer that she do not like, he's gonna pay for it. All right, we going to Philippe Chow.
No.
Yes.
You don't think so?
Trust me.
No, I don't think so.
I forgot the Philippe Chow.
I think females use guys.
Honest with you, I don't think if we lined up 10 females and we asked 10 females, yo, go out with somebody that you cannot stand.
It's not a cannot stand thing.
It's like, yo, this is not my type of dude. He's not hitting it. I don't like him. I'm not gonna, but I will go on a date with him.
Yeah, that's my home. They'll friend zone you. Yeah, my homeboys, we going here, we going there.
And he ain't gonna beat my ass at the end of the night.
No, they're not gonna go out just. Yeah, I'm gonna go out with you. Yeah, let's go out. Let's have a good time. And not fucking care about you. Like they don't give a fuck about you. They hate you.
Some chicks date for sport, bro.
So I'm guessing you've never been friend zoned before, Kyle.
For sport.
Say it again.
I said, so I'm guessing you've never been friend zoned before.
No.
Not at all. Not a girl that has just said you're my guy. You know what I mean? You're my guy, but it's never gonna be. There's nothing between us like that. It's always you've always been willing to drop double digits on the court. You've never just came out there for rebounds.
Never had a bad night.
Never had a bad night. Never struck out, huh?
I've never been friend zoned. Like I don't know what that feels like. I don't know that. I just don't know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying?
God bless you, baby. No God bless you, brother.
And on that note, all right, we're gonna wrap it up because we just hit the the midnight mark.
Like that?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Run that camera crispy over there, baby.
I know,
You know,
man.
we can catch this at
Yeah.
HD.
Yes. You see it, right?
Nigga.
All right. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Cigars and Whiskey. GB, how you feel about this Eagle Rare?
Still a little too sweet. Gotta do it on the rocks. I'm not a fan of bourbon as a whole. If I had to do bourbon, I would do this. I couldn't drink this all night. It's way too sweet. I'll give it a 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta see how you feel tomorrow. You might have a hangover.
Yeah.
I would I'm not even sure. I can't remember what I gave the Basil Hayden's last
You
week.
give it 7 to 7.5?
No, I didn't do that shit. No, hell no. I didn't give it that high a score. I think I gave it the lowest score because I felt like
Lowest score.
it was too light.
Okay.
This one I may give it a 6.
Okay.
You know, regular bourbon characteristics. For me right now, I'm kind of in your same boat. With the best bourbon I probably did taste is probably that the Jones bourbon. Also, I was really feeling that the Wellers. But this one is cool. I don't think anything to really write home about.
Yeah.
But I guess you guys give it a shot. Let us know how you know how you feel about it. The Eagle Rare that's coming out of the Buffalo Trace Distillery, correct?
Correct.
All right. Also, go to your local tobacconist. Pick up that Illusione Cruzado. Very, very good cigar. Excellent notes. Definitely lived up to the hype of the number 6 cigar of 2021. So go check it out. And like I said before, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Cigars and Whiskey. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Cigars and Whiskey, Cigars in the and sign, Whiskey. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at Cigars Whiskey. That's Cigars with an S, Whiskey. Also, if you have any questions, comments, any recommendations, you want to recommend a cigar, a spirit, or even a topic, hit us up. If you have a product or a service and you want to sponsor a show, you can hit us up via email. It's podcast@cigarswhiskey.com. Again, it's podcast@cigarswhiskey.com. And if you just dig the show and you like the content that we're putting out and you want to support the show, you can do that via Cash App. It's the same as the Instagram. It's
donations.
Cigars
Gifts.
Whiskey. Cigars with an S, Whiskey. And check out our guy, super producer Corey Cool, the voice of 90.3 WHPC, the Play It Cool Show, every Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. Follow him on Instagram at Cool University. It's Cool, UNIVERCITY. And again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next episode. Peace.
Peace.
All right, guys. I'll see y'all.
That was the first show.
That's really it. Like, you're not gonna
I
start.
gotta go take a piss. That's the first show I